Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wally1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome back for Captain of Industry. Raven is here, claiming first. Welcome in, Raven. And Heresy, you claimed Heresy as well. So last time we were here, which was Saturday, we continued our work on our huge, big, ginormous oil rebuild. I had some thoughts on it after I finished the episode last time, so I want to make some changes, minor changes, and then we'll get to the last bits of it hooked up and see what we can accomplish. But first, I am doing okay. It is a Tuesday, so it's smack dab between my usual two most usual office days, so it's a bit of a hectic day, and tomorrow, going into tomorrow, I guess, but other than that, it's Tuesday, so what are you going to do? It was Taco Tuesday. I had some leftover tacos, so it was applicable or somethingable. So that's good too. How are you doing? How are you doing, Raven? Let's switch into the game while you are responding. So here's our build. I was thinking about it, and I think I would like to do a couple different things with the hydrogen, and we might even be able to just stash it, do it here. But I would like to have much more storage of hydrogen than just one tank. And also then much more storage or feed from that storage into the output buffer. So I want to make a change to that. Meanwhile, we've been doing some terraforming. The trucks were whining about the not being able to access some of the stuff along the mountains here, so I kind of deleted some of it. Some of the filling in spots there, so they should be a little bit happier now. And then I've also been filling in over here too, and they're doing a pretty good job of that. Once they get this corner done, then I'm going to let them start spilling out here. Although they have actually been doing that already, because I have this configured to take anything. There you are. Have anything for the trucks, they're taking it at this point, and then the belts are holding till this point. So if it gets up to this point, it'll output to the belt, but the trucks will take it if they get here before there. So you kind of get a little bit of a balance of a little bit coming this way, but a lot of it being still available for the trucks for now. And they're then, of course, taking it over here and dumping it into the corner. And then this is also coming along quite well. I removed the sorting station here. We shouldn't need it over here anymore unless and until we do this mountain, but I can always put it back. Who cares? And I moved then the belt and the bucket all the way down here, because the less they have to drive, the faster they can unload it, and the faster they can get things going. And I also was able to reduce it from, I think, 5 trucks here not keeping up to 3 trucks more than keeping up. So that was also good there. The drive time helps out a lot. And then also with terraforming, I started eating away at this mountain a bit more from the other side here too. And I'm also going to take it down on a slope here, because we're also going to have to deal with this. Let's just fill this all in, because why the hell not? But because we're going to dig a bunch of dirt out of here. We already have dug some out, and we're going to dig even more out. So that we have a place to dump the dirt once again. And they will keep working on this mountain as they are able to, I guess, and we'll get things out of there as quickly as we can. But I do want to get rid of this entire mountain. We'll be able to get to this iron here shortly. We can also do this back part here and square this off some, which would be nice as well. And then what else did I do terraforming-wise? What else have I done? Something else. Glass Deviant. It's been a minute. How have you been? Oh, we're also eating away at this iron here too, which is quite coming along quite well. We need to keep digging down. I did. Oh, this is what else I did. I took away this whole first row of loose storages holding the depleted uranium that were in here, and moved them effectively this way so that we have the storage here, so that I could also dig down and get all the iron out of here. That's a simple question with a very complex answer. I understand perfectly. Yeah. So I think we can get back to our project. Oh, and I also built a ramp up here so that we can actually assign the tree cutters to come up here and cut these trees. But I saved that part for when you all were here. So we can mark all of these trees here. And what the tree cutter will do, of course, is stop. Gotta be careful because they can't actually get down here. The tree cutters will stop harvesting. Tree cutter singular. Stop harvesting the trees that we have growing in the field, and we'll come up here and harvest these wild ones first, which is a really nice default functionality of the tree harvesters. I really appreciate that from the game developers. They will always harvest. Well, an unassigned tree harvester here will always harvest wildly grown trees that are marked before farmed trees. That's kind of nice. Mark, how you doing? Alrighty, so I think we can get back to our project over here now. This is coming along nicely, but as I was saying, I think I would like to have a bit more of a buffer so that we can have a little bit more when it comes to storage of hydrogen. I do want to also upgrade this one to a fluid storage 4. Unlike the other ones that are 3s, which I think are fine at 3s, this might be better to be a 4, so we'll do that. So just saw you flash. Why did you flash a little bit red? So let's take a look at how we can fit this in here. Now we have to watch out for this cross pipe that's not actually here yet. We also need to be able to manage filling in or connecting up the pipe for the fuel here, which we haven't done yet either. Just getting back in the swing of things schedule-wise. Ugh. And I think I can handle that by just connecting from here somewhere. Not there. Maybe here would be okay. It's going to be a little bit squirrely, but I think that's okay. It's 4 the highest you can upgrade. Storage-wise, yes. Pipe-wise, also, actually, yes. So, yes. Let's see, do I want... Yeah, I think Mark 1 pipes, or Mark 2 pipes here, I think is what I want. Yeah, Mark 2 pipes. Delete that. Take some of those here and go this way. Yeah, 4 is the biggest storage, which holds 5,000 units. And, 4 is the highest level of pipe, which will carry 900 units a minute. That should do nicely, that direction. This can go here. This can, nope, not there, but here. 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 Get the idea. Delete that one. Here. Not what I wanted. Here and there. And then the same thing on the other end, which, once again, I can probably just hook from the end of this pipe. Wait a minute, this is backwards. This is... Wait a minute, this is the wrong station. Well, sort of. This should be a loading station, not an unloading station. Nope, this button. There. This gets flipped. Move that out of the way. Flipped. That one's fine. This gets flipped. That gets flipped. How did I manage to do that? And I think, given that we're doing this with this Mark III pipe here, I think we should upgrade these to Mark IVs as well. This straight through pipe here. There. There.
Oof.
Indeed. And then I'm going to do this. And I want to go from there to there. And then I want this also to be a Mark IV. And then Mark II can go this way. And I need to trim that. And I need to trim that. And then the other direction. Trim that one. And then we can figure out where we're going to put some storage tanks in for hydrogen. There's the whole goal of this part, until I decided to get distracted by something else. At least I'm consistent. I get distracted by lots of things regularly. Go into there. Go into there. And I want one of these to put right there. Just for reasons. Okay. That should take care of that. And then these guys. So I want to do them something like this. You want to push it this way? So, maybe. Like that. I only get 3 in here, but 3 is better than 0, so I think that's fine. The other option would be to maybe like put it over here. But I don't know that I want to do that. And so instead of this pipe going into there, it needs to go this way. And into these. No, go one more. There. Come along this way to this point. And then we'll drop them all in at level. So that last one's not gonna sit right anyway, I don't think. That's okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine. And then we can do, and I want to do multiple hookups here. So we'll do, perfect. Let's see. You'll come out this way and go into the first one. You'll come out and go up one. And then go over here. And into the second one. And you'll come out, go up 2, and into the third one. Like that. And that way we have this large buffer and we have 3 inputs going in here. So that way it can get filled exceedingly fast or from any of them in parallel. That's probably a little bit overkill, especially because there's only a single Mark IV pipe coming out of here. But that's what we do here. We have overkill. Okay, so that takes care of you. What did we have left to hook up here? We only have water to hook up here. Only. We did some math on steam input here, which I do not remember what the math ended up being, but I believe it was about triple what we have here. So that means 6 of these in total. Something like that times 3. Now, whether we want this to all be together in one big pipe or not, well, that depends on math, I guess, mostly. 48 times 6 is 288. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. So if I bring them all together, I can split them again. We're going to want to have a steam pipe here going that way. Maybe... No. 1, 2... And there's some that comes down here. Not much, though. Wait a minute. Yeah, right here. So maybe we want to do like a balancer, pipe balancer. Somewhere in this neighborhood here. It might be up under those pipes, but somewhere in this neighborhood. One output will go this way, where it's going, to this cracking area here. One output will go this way into the primary distilling area. And then the third output will go into these 2 here and continue along this way to go into this. Now, is there anywhere else that needs steam? Not you. Not you. Not you. Not these guys too, and these guys is steam. Oh, I forgot about them. They all are right here, so we also need to go into there. But I think that's fine for one output to handle all that. So these should be somewhat centered back here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but somewhat. Somewhere in that neighborhood. They could come together in pairs and then get plugged into the inputs there. Yeah, I think we'll push this up under there. So let's take out 2 pipes. Move this way. Because we're also going to need to have a 4th input for our Kickstarter electric boiler. So we need to handle that too. Just saw that flash red again. Move these a little bit more this way. Like here-ish. These all need to be trimmed back a bit. Should be good enough, I think. And you need to have how much? None there, but there 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2 times 32 plus 3 times 6. And that's way more than, it's a bit more than what's needed, but that's 94. That'll be a Mark II pipe coming that way. To there. To there. All the way. Oh yeah, you too. There. Take that piece out. And then all the way down to this sour water build here. Up there, and then keep going. There, and keep going. And I think I'm going to upgrade this pipe here to Mark II. Even though we don't need that much here, just keeping that consistent there. And then this also needs to come up here and get fed into this line as well. So let's go up underneath these pipes, I think. Like so. To this point. And then come on down to... Come on down to there. And then here. And then here. Careful. And finally, here at the end. That'll be good. And that'll be good. And then this one also goes this way. To connect into there. And that should take care of that. Now these are each outputting 48. So that's all Mark IIs. Well, pairs of Mark IIs, I guess. This can go... Actually, these could be closer, but I don't think I'm going to make them closer. This can go this way. Don't sneak through here anymore, please. Thank you. This can go through here, like this. And then this one will have to go up into here, like that. And like this. And then we'll have an electric boiler, which we have never used before. Here. And maybe 2 of them. Let's see. That way? Yeah. That way? The other way. Doesn't horribly matter. Actually, it doesn't matter at all. These guys are how wide? 1, 2, 3, 4 with their outputs there. Okay, the other way around. This way around. With their outputs are closer together. This is nowhere near enough water for this process. Or steam, rather, for this process. But it's enough to get us kick-started. And then we should never need it again. That'll be... you. Oopsie, I screwed that up. Even though it takes twice the power, who cares? This exhaust here is all low-pressure steam, depleted steam. That'll come out and go into our steam condensers. We're going to need to have a bit of that. How did we have that arranged here? That is all coming from there to go into there. Yeah. So we need to have 6 times 36. 216, which means large cooling towers times 1, 2, and a bit. Let's go with 3 of those. How do I want to handle this now? I could just put them more or less right in here. And then run the water back however we wanted to have the water run back. The only open question is, with that, is there other steam that I'm feeding into these right now, or that I will need to be, that I'm not currently? That's gonna be that. No, I'm not. Is there other waste steam with anything? Did we add anything here? We did. It was this one, and I had that one on its own thing here, so we should be all right with that. That'll condense the water. It'll get merged in. We need to provide water to this, but this will be fine. So if the water comes back this way, out of these, it can merge with all the water coming into this factory, and then get distributed a different way. I'm watching these alerts here too. We'll need to bring brine down here from that water splitting. We'll need to do some math on that. And then otherwise, is there any other water? Yeah, this is outputting water that'll need to get brought down into our mixer and brought back again for this. You guys are fine. These guys need water down here. That'll come down with this water. And these guys are just producing sour water. No water on them. This, no, and no. This, no, and no. These are all no's. Okay. That's fine. So we'll have a pipe balancer in here someplace. It may be up in the air like we have at the other one, but in here someplace. Actually, it probably should be in the air. From here, we need to handle 36 times 2. That's a Mark II pipe of steam coming back this way. I'm just going to feed them directly in to each one so that each one is handling 72 instead of 96. That's fine. There. Let's do V of that and paste that down just so we have less icons here. Yeah, I think I will put the water up in the air. These will come out 72 divided by 96 times 72. 54 water each times 3. 162 water. That's fine. That'll come out here, go up in the air, and connect into this. I also don't know how much water I need to, how much seawater I need to salinate. Suppose we should plan. Well, we need to plan for more than that. Should I have done this steam math? Probably. 6, 3, 3, and 2. That was 14. I remember that. 8 times 14 plus. These are none, but it's 6 times 2 plus. These are 3 times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 3 times 12 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 2. And then we also needed steam here, 2 times 32. Plus none here. None here. 3 times 6. None here. None there. None there. That's it. $262 steam. Then there's going to be more because we also need to do this process some amount of times, which is why there's a bit of uncertainty here. Starting island, iron mine needs to be more zones. All right. I kind of just left it alone here so we can do some more digging. There to here, to here, over there, down here, this one, these ones. This goes here. Actually, I think I can go all the way up there. Let's not do that for right now. That'll do for right now. Okay. So 262 steam plus some. These are each producing 48. That was 5.45, which is why I did 6. It may become a problem later where I need to have more, but we'll have to see how the math shakes out because each of these needs 12. So 48 times 6 is 288 minus 262. I have 26 to work with, which means I can handle up to 2 of these. You suggest at least 3 more? You might not be wrong. Might not be wrong. And we can do more if we need to do more. Let's see. Now we need to know how much water we need in this beast. Other than the steam water, we also will need to have 30 times 4. Input water here, 48. That might be it. Minus 3/4 of 48, which is 36. I switch to Twitch? Alrighty. Minus 6 times 21. Actually, I'm going to count it as 5 times 21. Join us. That's better. Hydrate. Alright, I can't do it. Oh, shoot, I lost it. Alright, well, we gotta do that again. It's 30 times 4 for these guys. Plus 48. Minus 36. Minus 21 times 5, which is 105. So the net water usage in this area down here is 27. None of this. Yeah. These guys, if we're using all 6 of them, we're going to need 6 times 48. Which makes us a total of 315 water. Which means, divided by 78, we're going to need a little over 4 of these. But, for every... In order to make 4 of these, Also, we'll now need 48 total steam coming back, and we only have 26 surplus, which means, as Glass Deviant so astutely pointed out, we need to have 3 more. 3 times more. Move that out of the way. So let's put down 2 more of these. What does that break? Actually, let's fix that. Speaking of breaking. And this pipe might not be good enough anymore. 4 times 48. Actually, it still is. Low supply of copper ore. Alright. I need to come over here and tweak one of these guys to be back on copper. So what that means is now we need even more water. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to count the reclaimed water here. Yep. Shoot. Right, so that was 315, but this is 54 times 3, which was before this, 54 times 3. Minus 54 times 3. Which means you only actually need 153 water. Which is... Wait a minute. Which is just less than 2 of these. Do I still do the extra just to be safe? I mean, it's like 1.96. Shit. That's a good point. How often do I expect it to be fully running? I don't know. The other question, though. How much saline do we need? 4 times 8 is 32. 32 divided by 48 times 72 plus 48, 72. We need 120 saline. These each produce 42, which means I need 2.8 of these anyway. Add some buffer to handle high loads. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I think maybe I should do 4 of these, 4 sets of these, and 4 of these, and it'll just be a little bit surplus. Or you're talking about input buffers, like, yeah, could do that too. But I think I need the surplus. I need at least 3 of these anyways for the saline, for the brine. So I think we just lump it. The issue is these are going to be running non-stop. So I'm going to only do 3. Because these are going to be running non-stop because I'm going to have to sink the surplus of both separately into the ocean. Because if I don't, then I could run the risk of one or the other of them backing up and stopping the whole operation. We don't have that issue entirely here, but I kind of do, which is why I added this second one that has the direct feed into this, because A, there wasn't enough being made, but 2, I'm sinking the water from this because this is only providing brine, and I'm sinking the brine from this because it's only providing the water. So I'd have to otherwise do that, where I have some of them providing one thing but not the other, and the others providing the one thing but not the one. So I think I'm just going to have to sync both products, which is unfortunate. Let's see. So if I do that, I also need to look at, again, the crude oil. How much crude oil am I using? 60, that's 480. Okay, we're fine. I think I'll leave 4 of these here, possibly, or as possible usage, even though, or 8 of these really, even though we're going to use 6 most of the time. I could even do, well, I can't really do priorities here because I do need to have, speaking of which, these 3 set to priority in, so that this one only runs when there's not enough water or steam coming from these, i.e. a Kickstarter. And then they just sit there otherwise. Take 4 workers, though. The other option is put the electric ones here to kickstart this, and then replace them with hydrogen ones later, hoping that we never run out of... You know what? I like that idea better. Yeah, let's do that idea. So let's take these guys out for a moment here. Out of the way. Copy this, but not those output pipes. Put this down here. And then you can come out mirroring that one. Like this. Like this. And then we literally delete these 2. And put these in their place. Connect it up just to water. Is the water input in the same spot? Yes, okay, that's good. Okay, I think that'll work out alright. And then we'll just have 4 of these times 54, which is going to need a Mark III pipe. These are going to be 48 times 8. Well, these aren't producing that much, but 48 times 8. Eventually, which is 384, which is a Mark III pipe as well. That's fine. So let's do this. And this will go at the top here. And then a Mark III pipe. Out this way. Go just past here. These all consume Mark 1 speeds, but I'm going to make them Mark 2s just to be safe. Caledorn? No longer nice. No. Or nice +1. You could go with nice +1. Hydrogen. I also need to deal with hydrogen here. Is that you? It is you. Let's deal with the hydrogen first. Oh, what the hell? Oh, wait, never mind. It's just wrong. Okay. Here we go. I say, who the hell screwed that up? I don't want it there. Or do I want it there? What? That's where the crude oil is going to go. But I think it's fine because... Actually, that's great. No, no, that's on the same line as whatever that is. Alright, it's fine. This goes this way. No, I'm going to bring it all the way out. Shit. How you doing, Caladorn? I don't really want to do that. Let's keep it up here close. Keep your friends close. Keep your hydrogen closer. And then we'll do this all the way down to here. These need, right one, 72 each. Actually, wait a minute. Take these two back out again. Put these two in there again. Just so I can snap the pipes in. Mark II pipe will be perfect here. From R. Here to there. Shouldn't you be like, I don't know, sleeping or something, Caladorn? Okay. Now I can take you and you out. Put you two back in. Snap to the water pipes just like that. Perfect. What is this pipe again? Oh, the brown. Okay. And you, the hydrogen in, right. This is where I need to have 4 times 9. Let's do a Mark I pipe of hydrogen splitting off. Wait a minute, how the hell did I do this? Oh no, I screwed that up. Shit. Son of a bitch. I gotta redo that whole thing. Knew something wasn't right. Just couldn't tell what it was. Okay. Second time's a charm. Nope, just those. These back in there. Okay, so then I also noticed that I could potentially change the way that these hydrogen pipes are connected. Yeah, I could. Let's change that too. These go, that goes, this goes. This goes, and that goes. Okay. You okay? Why would you be sleeping? Your nose is being weird? Of course something is not right. You're playing this game. This game. Alrighty, that should take care of that now. That's the hydrogen going in here. Where else do we need hydrogen at in this base? That's output. But there's one more spot. Needed hydrogen. I guess not? This is the return pipe here. It goes into this guy, which is those 4. And it goes into burning. Okay, then that's it. Never mind. Temporarily, the hydrogen needs to be prioritied out. Oh, I already did it. Nice. Alright. It takes care of you then. Water's good there, but we need to deal with water here. We said 4 times 54, which is 2016. Let's see. This game, just the problem is I'm the player. What the game is completely irrelevant. Got it. So you go there and then go up all the way to there. And you go here. You go there. You go there. That's got to be a priority input. One of several here. Also have the input from here, which will be the deprioritized input. And then... What? Where else did water go? Water just gets run down to the different processing, right? Fuel water here. Processing for output from this. An input for these. An input for the other thing. Oh, right, because we're processing waste here. Here, right. Okay, so I need a parallel set of pipes here. An output handling 48 plus 4 times 30 is 168. Okay, that'll be a Mark II pipe. And then a return pipe handling, actually shouldn't even need to be 48, but we'll call it 48. Return pipe handling 21 times 5 or so, which is just over 100. Should be fine. Double checking this here. Yes. So Mark II pipe down and Mark II pipe back. Water management. Just thinking. Just thinking. Let's see, we'll do it right here then, I think. You'll be the output. And you'll go this way. Along here. See when it does that. You're going to, not those guys, but these guys, but also there. Into that splitter balancer thingy. Also gotta get saline down here yet. Actually, I think I'm gonna make this pipe reverse. And be that direction, yes. For reasons that might become apparent to me later. And then you go here and run in parallel to that. No, that wasn't the smartest idea. All right. That's fine. We're just going to do this. And then we're just going to break this pipe here. You'll go this way. I need to bring that down here. Water goes in there. Okay. That's backwards. It's fine. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's backwards then too. Okay. And then this gets dropped down into that. And then this also goes over to here. Probably it's just a Mark 1 pipe. Flip it. Okay. Brine. Not exactly sure. What's the brine number? Was 72 plus almost 72. What are you complaining about here? Truck. Oh, I know what you're complaining about. That's fine. The Mark II pipe for brine as well. And that needs to go here. Underneath this water pipe. Here. And that'll go to here. And then continue along. Here. That wasn't how I wanted it to end, but okay. And you'll go into there. All right. I forgot about this pipe here. Going into there. Probably needed to upgrade this segment. Going into there, but also it needs to go into here. Like that. Sure. All right. Pipe spaghetti. Gotta love it. It's delicious. So with this, I want to do these more like this way. Maybe there-ish. I also need to have already input here as well. These will go up and connect into this. And then I'll need to have splitters, though. Get rid of the waste. Shouldn't be a problem, right? I think I'm going to push them back by one more then. No, actually I'm not. So you'll go back this way a bit. And then directly above you will be a water input pipe that will need to be bigger than that, I think. This will be 42 times 3 at most, which is like 150. 78 times 3 needs to be bigger. Yep, Mark 3 pipe on that one. Okay. And then accept that in this spot right here, need to have 2 pipe balancers. One for water, one for saline, and the priority outputs on those need to be this way. Nope. Nope. Can I click it, please? There we go. And then we can dump that stuff out into the ocean. I'm going to change this pipe here. Like that. Because I need to run steam back this way off of that steam pipe right there. Go this way. And that needs to go out. That far. Then in. These guys are all Mark IIs. They don't need to all be Mark IIs, but they're going to all be Mark IIs. You'll go into there. You'll go up there. Go into there. You'll go up there. Go into there. Up there. Luckily we don't have gravity lifts and things like that to deal with in this game. Each one of these is 108, which means that they will need to have 1 seawater pump each. It's not a problem. And then surplus, I don't even know. We're going to need a few dumps for the surplus here. But we'll deal with that in a little while. Okay, so that takes care of you. What's next is going to be probably figuring out the train, yes, the boat station here. We need a bigger boat than this, though. Because we need to have this be a... I need a bigger boat. A number 8. Which will, of course, then have large fluid modules. Which probably won't go right here, but the idea stands. And then these are misaligned, so I need to fix them. You there and you there. Each one of these could have a separate pipe coming into a separate line here. The challenge with that's going to be that we also need to mix in the crude coming from elsewhere in the base here, which we can do, but I don't know how I want to do that just so. We'll have to figure that part out. But if I have 4 pipes running here, then I think this needs to be on this side so they can all run into here like this. 2, 3, 4. And then that pipe would need to come down somehow and around be able to mix in with all this. Or it could come through here, I guess, and then mix in before they go into those. Or I could put pipe balancers on, not there, but here, at each one of these points, and then run the crude pipe in and priority balance it into each one of these. Maybe that's the least insane way to do this. You need 60 times 2, so that should be fine. No idea which direction that is. See that? It's backwards. Of course it is. There we go. There we go. Put a wall of pipes there. Can I get through on 0, 1, 2, 3 all the way down here? Maybe. Tentacle hat? Alrighty. I should go for the most insane and complicated and insane way. That's kind of what I'm doing, yes. By doing the most sane, I'm doing the most insane. Mark 4 pipe. Won't be able to go there because of that pipe of brown, but it could go here. And it's going to go right over top of these, which is kind of what I was thinking of doing. Totally was thinking of doing that. Into there like that. And then a Mark II can pull from this and snap in like that. Yeah, just like that. These will be priority input there. Can I just do V for that? Oh yeah. There we go. Trim the excess pipe here. And then this would go... Copy it. This would go on this end then. Actually kind of like that idea right there. And now do I leave this with this little bit of extra space here? This can go. Or do I pull this down to the ocean for no apparent reason whatsoever? I think I'd leave it here. I'm going to steal, or not steal, but take hydrogen from this hydrogen pipe here. Around this way to plug into the ship. Actually, I think this is kind of positioned okay. The only other thing to do would be to figure out the train station part. Or the rail part. Are you all in the right positions here? I can't recall. Did I do them right next to each other? I did. Okay, good. Let's plug this in like that. I take this out. I'm gonna patch this up slightly here. Oh, yeah, that's totally what I want, game. Thank you. How about that? Nope. There. There. No, they're not lined up right. Shit. Alright, well then. Alrighty. And then this goes, nope. Right there. Back this way. And this goes this way. Alright. We need a good-sized parking lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stations here. So we could start with... How many are you? 8 or so? Start with that many, and then edit it from there. Or improve on it from there. The only thing that I'm not happy about is that these aren't where they're supposed to be. I would either have to bring it all down by 7, which wouldn't be a big problem. The dangerous part here is that. Oh dear God, it is laggy. Let's see, you go about there. Okay. Ah, shit. Oh man, the lag. Oh man. Now, let's see. So those are one above the major line. Oh, I can't even do it. It's too much. Needs to go over a bit more. Okay. I think I see where it needs to go. It might be off by 2 or 3, but it might be all right then. Need a better PC? Yeah, that might not hurt. Can I get rid of that? Yes, I can. Zoom in a little bit more. Here. A little bit more. Can I see? I hear my GPU fan moaning and groaning in there. I think that's it. I did it. Now there's a truck stuck here. No problem. We'll just recover it. And that's still fine in terms of like a pass-through area here. Okay. So this parking lot, still whining. Oh, you're stuck too. Okay, good. Cover. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to double this parking lot. That was a big-ass blueprint. Go. There we go. I have a big ass, so fitting. You're a great friend, Calidron. You know that? Do it that way, and I'll trim the piece off the end. Thank you. New PC? As if I'd spend money on anything. Exactly. I think what I want to do is move this crossing here. And put a line coming directly down here, and then just splitting it. Like do a T intersection here. Let's put this over here. Better go over a little bit further here. There, please. And Unity that, please. Did that not work? There we go. And while we're at it breaking things here, let's just take this guy out. Unity that, please. Make a copy of the rail here and Unity that in there. Sorry, trains. Did you use the wrong "your" on purpose, Calendar? It's hard to tell with you. Honestly. I think it's going to go here, maybe. The only question's going to be, will that curve be good enough? I think it will. Let's verify here. Trust but verify. If this goes to, oh yeah. Is it F? Nope, actually it's not. If I want to go yellow curve here, it's not big enough. Do I need yellow curve here? Need is a strong word. I could just go over by one more. That would be fine. Let's just do that. Let's go here. This rail system is more insane than anything you've ever seen me make in Factorio? I don't think so. I think it's pretty close to Factorio rail system. Let's see here. Copy this. Put it down there. Do another crossing somewhere in this neighborhood. No, this is definitely more insane? Okay. I will take your word for it. Do you remember my mosaic mega base? Is it more insane than that? Grab a yellow curve blueprint because I don't feel like fiddling. You will go right there. You will go probably right there. Actually, yeah, that's kind of a good place. Because if I want to do yellows here, I will have to. Anyway. One of my most structured and logical rail systems ever. Okay. Sure. Those curves are backwards, by the way. I need to fix that. Good. Good. It was. It was. Go there. Go there. Go here. Go here. Alrighty. Are we done? Other than the inputs for the water and the outputs for the wastewaters? Maybe. I have no idea how much liquid dumps to put down. Each one will only dump 60. I don't feel like I need to dump to be capable of dumping 78 times 3 plus 40 and then 42 times 3. 78 times 3 is 234. Let's do... Let's do 2 for the one thing and 2 for this to the brine and 3 for the fresh water. And we'll hope that that's going to be enough. Did I set the priorities on these? I did. Good. So you will take Mark II pipe like this. And then you'll drop down to 0 here. Go into there and go into there. And then you will take a Mark III pipe like this. Go to here, and then drop down to 0. Go into there. 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 These ones will be just water. These ones will be just brine. Okay. These are 108, so I mean, I could combine them into one pipe. If I did, that would just be a Mark III pipe, so maybe I should just do that. Let's just do that. Mark III pipe. You'll go like this until you get to here. Then you'll go up and over here. Down past like that. Oh, this goes in like this. Then like that. And then each of these gets a Mark II pipe, connecting it into there. That'll do. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We'll need to have some seed water here. We get that tank started. I'm just going to feed that in right here someplace, like here. Water. Mark is whining. You're fine to whine. And while this is getting started, all of this here gets started, including that and this and this. Yeah, I guess. To kind of get the steaming. I would like to have another truck ramp, medium this time, I think. Somewhere in this vicinity. Maybe not right there, but somewhere in that vicinity. Pipe balancer. Something like that. Mark IV pipes. Don't really need Mark IV pipes here, because we're only providing... Yeah, we don't need Mark IV pipe. Unless I just did one singular Mark IV pipe, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's do 3s here. This, like this, this, and like this. I probably should enforce strictly even here, but I'm not going to. I think I'm actually going to do just 2 Mark III pipes going from there to the factory. I think that would be better. Let's just do that. You'll come along this way somehow. I want you... Where do I want you? Great question. I want you like this. I want you like this. And then to turn around like this. No. This. To this point. Oops, I screwed that up. There. That. And like this. And then the other one. Come in like this. Go to this point here. Then go here. And here. There we go. I should have Unity built this ramp. Oopsie. Alright. You're stuck there, I assume. The other thing we need here is... Oh no, we don't need hydrogen yet. These will seed it. Eventually. It's fine. This is flowing now. I don't know if it's good yet or not. Well, I guess if this is stopped... probably is. Just stop the water from coming in anymore. Yeah, we're wasting water now, so we should be all right. Here. That's done flowing. Steam is still flowing, though. I think we're all right here. Take this out. Okay, now I want to build all these damned pipes. So let's do this entire pipeline here. Pipes and belts, that is. That all there. I built this. Go ahead and build these as well. I think that's okay. Same thing here. Not going to build those tanks just yet. And that paused them, so I didn't have anything in there. Alright, that's fine. This got done because that was a connected pipe, but that's okay. There, please. This, we can get that too while we're here. Let's see, you. 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 And you. Here. That container's fine to build also. This and that. These guys here I see. These guys here. These guys here. Train stations. Should be okay to build the train stations. Because they're not requesting or supplying anything. It's going to freak the trucks way out. But hey, what are you going to do? Build all the train stuffs. There. Here's some. There. Not that guy. You. This. That one. This one. This here. Down the middle here as well. Across the middle here as well. This stuff, except for these burners. I'm not going to build those yet. I got to do this and that. This and this. I could do the pipe and the belt leading out from or to the burners, but not the burners themselves. This and that. This. This and that. These guys here. What are you? Oh, there's okay, that's fine. Pause this. Pause these. Pause this. That got done, it seems. Is that one not done? That might not be done. It was not done. Okay. Over here, we have some of this. We have some of this. Some of this. And we have some down the middle. Same thing here. I want to build this. This. But not the vents themselves. Wonder if I should have put a tank on that brine pipeline someplace. Still could. I cut it in here. It probably wouldn't hurt. Let's cut that in here. Let's see. We drop down there. So here. I don't know how big these are though. Tank. Fluid storage. There. More than that. there. Actually, no, let's go there. Into there. Back out from there. Unity those, please. I didn't unity them, I just built them. That's fine too. Oh, I did unity them. I don't have the parts. Instruction parts 3 to do this. Instruction parts 3 is having a bit of a struggle bus right now. Because 2 is... partially because 2's getting put in its buffer. Which is partially because also electronics is getting put in its buffer. But 1s are not. Alright. Well, we just gotta wait. It'll be fine. Gotta wait for all the rubble to get crushed here. Could make it faster. Not gonna bother. It's going quite well. And probably toggle you back to rock for a while. As I see we have a bit of copper backing up again. How does iron look? Still working? Yeah. Still working. You're looking for rock, which is good, because you're going to go around the edges, and you're just going to get whatever's closest. Iron-wise, that's good. Over here, I forgot about this. Need to allow you to do that now. Which means that these trucks will no longer need to be quite as voluminous. Which means we're getting more rock down here, which is what we want, because that corner got squared off. I should... do this minus this, move this like that, and unity build that, I guess. I don't care. If I have the stuff. I did. Okay, good. So that takes care of you. How is this going? It's going. Are we down to the bottom of the limestone here? Pretty close. A little bit to deal with, but pretty close. There's not much there below the surface, which is good because we can finally get rid of this freaking limestone mine in not too much longer. Maybe. Uh-oh, we got a traffic jam here? That's not good. Exclusive zone issues. Okay, this is not good. Where... oh, because you're trying to go in there. You're trying to come out. You need to go this way. Why are you having trouble with exclusive zones? Why can't you just pull forward here? Okay. That might be a problem later. Okay. And that was holding up delivery of iron ore here now. It's fine. These guys are whining because they can't reach that tower because I screwed up how I connected or how I put the tower in here. They need a better connector here, and I didn't bother with it. I suppose I might be able to tweak it a bit to get them in there. I know that it's worth it. I might be able to tweak it a bit. Like if I did this. And I did this. This one would need to be level, though. Now I have to tweak it from that. Again. Maybe. Maybe that'll work. You're tagged to stones. Okay. Alright. How goes not necessarily the building of that, but the making of these things? Still a bit of a struggle on those because of these, because of electronics, because of copper. Yeah, because I had things jammed up here. So copper wasn't getting here. Copper's probably trying to fill this back up again. Yeah. Alright. Amazing how fast we tear through something like copper. Although I don't know how long that was stuck. So, maybe it's not that fast. Take a look at the train thing for copper. You're headed back to get more. And you are in here to get more. Alrighty. Well, that's fine then. Yeah, we still need many, many more of those in order to get this thing going. Are we actually using any of this now? We're using some. What? Oh, to boil more water. Just to do this. Okay, so let's, I think that's what it's for. Because this is probably stopped flowing. This is probably stopped flowing. Yeah, so I'm going to pause these guys. No, let's not pause those guys. Let's pause these guys. They're still probably filling, or not, they haven't even started filling this up yet. But I'm going to pause them anyway. Because they're just running for no reason right now. The lines are full, we're filling enough here that we don't need to do that anymore. And we're just pumping water out of the sea just to dump it back in. So that's better. We're going to need a crap ton more red construction parts, though, for things like this. These need reds. These need purples, so we're fine there. These need reds. These need reds. That should have been built. That needs reds. These are yellows. Those are purples. These are white. Those are yellow. What are these again? Red, yeah. Let's go ahead and build these. Just that right there, too. These are purple. These are purple. Go ahead and build... No, don't build those yet. I would like to have this part working before we build that part. These are purples, so we could start with that. Although we don't need it yet, so maybe not. Don't need it till we get these guys going, which need red. Yeah, okay. These guys actually aren't very far off from finishing this. Seems like they are, but it was like right here when we started. So maybe up here a little bit higher. So are you removing trees up here? You are removing trees up here. Look at that. Move those trees. Okay, well, the next project, while we wait for the oil thing to build, we can start talking about the next project. I think the next project needs to be food. We talked about setting up food here, where it kind of already is. I know what else we can do before we go, before we all this good enough. Let's, turn off the output to belt pipes here. Let's unpause these guys. And turn these higher priority. So this burns for a while. Drain this entire line here. Actually, I'm going to let the trucks take it also, if they so choose. But burn all the hydrogen out of this system here. Turn it into power or haul it away. Either one. Doesn't matter. What are you doing? Okay. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Why? Why? No. None of those ships should allow truck delivery of fuel. Oopsie. Shipyards, rather. Okay, that one's fine. That one's fine. You and you and you probably. Alright, so that was because I had it set to oil. Set it early for oil. This one? Missed. There. Good. Is that all the stations we've got? I think so. I finally finished the rail build. That's good. What are you stopped for? Oh, you must have just been waiting for a exclusive. Alrighty. Why are these pipes highlighted as hydrogen? Because they're the outputs, but usually it doesn't. And these are highlighted for the fuel gas too. That's interesting. Guess that's how it works. Addicted, welcome in. Am I familiar with Zorin OS? Nope, never heard of it. I could take the hydrogen pipe here, back this way. I'm going to want another bridge, though. It's fine. Let's see here. That'll do. I don't think I want to do a Mark IV pipe back to the ship, though. Just do a Mark II from here. All the way down to there. It's a Linux distro. I had a suspicion. I know very little about Linux. I have only rarely and intermittently used Linux, so I have no idea. Did you clean this up? You did, but now I gotta clean it up too. Which means I need to do this and this. I think. And they should dump some rock there at some point here. Taken from here. Whenever you mine some rock. Which might not be that often, because you are largely just marked with whatever. Let's see. You weren't particularly impressed. It's targeted towards Windows users. Whitewash are people who are only looking for non-MS OS, not taking real control over their computers. Interesting. I'm guessing that's a direct response to Windows 11. But yeah, seems like something that somebody would do. How am I getting back in the swing of things after the holidays? Eh. Oh, Zorin is older than Windows 11? Okay. I don't know. This would be a good spot for statues, by the way, right in here. Like 3 of them in a line right there. Even put them here, but they might need pass through there, so over here would be better. This. And then just take fuel gas from this pipeline right here. Which I might end up having to upgrade then, because these each take... Actually, they don't take much. They only take 2, so I guess maybe not. But fuel gas from here, just go right into there. Popularity is up since Windows 11 became more restrictive. How are we doing with the production over here now? Getting better. Getting better. Copper's getting in here. That's good. Keep producing. These are way down. Zorin is just someone who knows Linux. Basically, it is a very entry-level distro. Some state save, not saves stuff. Interesting. designed to protect the user from the user. They're like one of those good for like common rooms, common shared computer kind of things too. Where you like reboot it and it resets itself to a state, a pre-whatever state. It wants to run Linux for gaming, so Windows, just go with SteamOS. Yes, just go with SteamOS. If that's your total purpose, I would just do that too. How much? I'm gonna do this. Maybe get other truck in here. So I'm gonna use Linux. New distro, unless they know Linux if gaming is purpose. Yeah. The opposite of why Linux fans like Linux. Exactly. Maybe that'll help. Not sure.
Heretic.
Your calendar, and you are not supposed to be polite. No. Okay, well, good. At least you're getting into where I have some rock marked, because I would like you to mine a little bit of rock. Yeah, go over there and pick up a little bit of rock, please. A little bit. Some limestone in there? Really? How'd the limestone get way the hell over here? It's all the way over there. Alrighty. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of rock now, so that'll get pulled down into here, and I think that'll fix that. I hope that'll fix that. Okay, so I think what needs to happen is I need to let the game run for a while to make these things. I could boost it, Unity boost it, but we'd have to be careful we're actually getting enough product in. You have a good friend that is a professional tech guy as a hobby. Those contradict each other. So Zoran in 2013. What a protest. Yeah, well. Yeah. I don't know that you can be a professional hobbyist. Or a professional by a hobby, or however you want to word that. I don't know how that would work. And yeah, Celadon, I agree. Like, if you're gonna, unless you're only gonna play games that kind of have native Linux support, i.e. Factorio, then you're probably not really worth your time if you're not doing it for political reasons. Proton is so good you get better than average, better than Windows performance. Good, because it should be that way. Steam, I mean, but yes, it's only going to be modern, current, whatever games. And that makes sense too. Coming up with support for all that shit in history, there's just too much. Let's see. He spent upwards of 40 grand building all his computers and mini PCs, and he built his own server with like 164 terabytes of storage. That's not that much storage. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not that much storage. And I'm hopeful that we may be able to move to Linux for gaming properly. You're not using GIMP? You was. Just one game that won't work on Proton. For that, you have an old Windows XP machine. Nice. Kicking it old school. How old is this game? And I'm assuming you're playing it off of a CD. As opposed to, you know, some digital format. Or download format. Downloading lots of movies and other related content illegally. Probably. Addicted. Lots. Crimp or affinity? Here we go. Turns out, Caloran has an affinity for crimping. Wait, class plays weird stuff? I never would have thought. See you flash every so often, but... That's a lot of YouTube videos. I mean, I haven't deleted anything that I've done streaming in YouTube, and I probably only have 30 terabytes worth of storage. I've been doing this for coming up on 7 years. So food. How do we want to handle food? I want to be able to get trains into these outputs from the food. Maybe I grab a couple of these and we fiddle with that for a little bit. Crimp and Affinity or Photoshop alternatives that aren't GIMP. Got it. I'm suspecting that Caladarn's issue with GIMP isn't that it's GIMP, it's that it's not Photoshop. Just suspecting. Everyone's saying he had to start deleting old videos he had stored because he would get recording, would stop because storage would get full. Yeah. Uh-huh. What if I did this? And then, let's see, these are... Doesn't really matter. These are loading stations, maybe something like this. What if I put these in... Ooh, that's almost perfect. Lengthwise here. Something like that. And I had, like... four of them for 2 farms here, 2 farms here. You know, use Photoshop professionally for years. It's fine, but it's also not so essential you can't use other software. Yeah, it's more about laziness for Caladarn than anything else. I could also give them just 1 or 2 more spaces and then push them back a little bit. The only issue then... Photoshop is expensive. I will give you that. But yeah, I use GIMP and Inkspace for anything that I do because I'm too cheap. Not laziness? Yeah, laziness. I could push these back. I don't think I'd want to go any further back than even, though, which is fine. GIMP and Inkspace. Inkspace is a little bit like Adobe Illustrator. GIMP is a little bit like Photoshop. That would be enough there, because then I could go out like this and into there, whichever output it would be. This one could come out past there and then into this one. That would be fine. So then 2 of these on that side, 2 of these on this side. I could then flip and mirror it so that I had 2 more here and here with stations coming out this way. If I were to do that, though, I'd have this large unused space in the middle, which is fine. I'd have to have stations on the ends that would drop off, one end or the other, that would drop off the fertilizer, and then probably wrap those pipes around one way or the other. Or maybe down through the middle if I just left one space in between. That's probably the better option. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. So we'll need a bit of space for that then. This would obviously be perfectly fine here once we get dirt down. But this should also accommodate at least some fields. Whether it's enough or not is up for future discovery. Because we already have 4 wide here, which is what it would be. We'd have to widen this gap here, which we should be able to do once we get rid of this oil. The stations would point out this way and out that way. That might be a little close over there, but I would also want to take these down anyways. Otherwise, the only other place that I really have to put it... Yeah, I don't think it would work there. I think we'd have to at least put some of them down here, which could be fine. We could have some things, maybe the lower volume things, down here further away. And then we have to rebuild all of this food processing stuff from the sugar processing and tofu processing. They're attached directly to the farms here, to the cake and snacks, bread. No, that's not bread. That's that. Bread. Well, bread is here too. Yeah, bread, cake. What is this? This is circuits 4 we haven't even used yet. Semblance sometimes when you're well medicated and rested enough to function minimally. Oh, you're losing coherence. You're going to sleep. All right, Glass, thanks for coming, hanging out with us, of course. Caladorn pushed your stuff off the screen here. Good, because he does that a lot. He's very pushy, that Caladorn, you know? But I think we're going to leave this here for tonight. If I can get some more stuff made, I will probably have some of these other buildings get built while off camera. That way, when you all come back on Thursday, we have made some more progress. I'm just going to looks like 2s are all backed up now. So it's down to the 3s. I could potentially Unity boost again. We could see about that. But we'll do that anyway. Yeah, probably putting some of the farms up here is a good idea. But I'm going to want to have dirt put down first, which means more work off camera. But we'll see how far we get on that. But then, yeah, farming would be good here. And then from there, I don't know. We'll figure out what else we're going to do in the near future. So let's find ourselves a raid target and get out of here. Let's see. Who's live tonight? Why don't we raid... It's Tuesday. Why don't we raid Mr. Taco for a Taco Tuesday? Look at how much Sony Vegas costs, and it's like $300 or $400. Yeah, I've never used that either. I use DaVinci for video editing. Also free enough. So thank you guys for coming tonight, hanging out, chatting, redeeming, all the things. Check out the YouTubes for more content and the Discord for more activity. We hang out there throughout the week and, of course, share memes and talk about games and things. Make fun of Caladorn, which is most important. And then we also have game night on Friday night. So come and join us for that as well. And then otherwise, we'll be back again on Thursday with more Captain of Industry, and then Saturday as well, and Sunday more RV there yet. So stuff always coming. We're getting close to the two games we're playing on YouTube, getting close to the end, and so I think we'll be starting something new within the next week or so on YouTube. So you'll want to keep an eye on the YouTube channel for that as well. Otherwise, as I mentioned before, thank you guys for coming and hanging out, chatting, redeeming. Calador, thank you again for the resub, and we will see you all again on Thursday for more Captain of Industry. Have a good one. Bye for now.